The night Sonia Uche's name trended for all the wrong reasons, the internet did what it does best, it lost its mind completely. So guys, let's remind you once again before we delve into our gist today. Firstly, we welcome both the new members and the old members to our channel Gist Mix TV. Subscribe, turn on your notifications, and share our content with your friends and family. Keep note, watch till the end of every of our video you see here because you won't regret it. Together, let's enjoy the journey through the ever-exciting world of celebrity lifestyle and entertainment. Our goal is simple, to keep you informed, entertained, give you honest and genuine news and gist and connected to the world of entertainment. From Nollywood to Hollywood, from music to film, and from lifestyle to breaking celebrity news, we make sure you are always up to date. We don't just report stories, we give you the full experience. Expect details, analysis, and engaging storytelling that keeps you hooked from the very beginning to the end. Every video is designed to give you value, excitement, and clarity about the world of celebrities. Entertainment is global, and so are we. Whether it's a Nollywood star making waves in Lagos, a Hollywood actor trending in Los Angeles, or a global music icon breaking the internet, you can be sure we'll cover it here on Gist Mix TV. Our community is built on love, honesty, trust, unity, curiosity, kindness, and passion for entertainment. We believe that every fan deserves the chance to enjoy reliable, exciting, and well-presented celebrity gist without missing out on important updates. Alright guys, let's proceed to today's hot gist. See, my lovely viewers' phones were buzzing at 3 a.m., screenshots were flying faster than lightning, and group chats that had been dead for months suddenly came back to life like someone had cast a resurrection spell. Anonymous accounts dropped allegations like bombs, bloggers picked them up like gold, and before anyone could verify a single word, Sonia Uche was the main character in a drama nobody asked for. The accusations. Vague, twisted, and absolutely explosive. Double games, they said. Playing people, they whispered. Not who you think she is, they screamed. And just like that, the girl who minds her business, shows up to set, does her job, and goes home became the villain in a story she didn't even write. What made it worse was that nobody knew where it started. 1 minute, Sonia was posting her usual content, glowing and minding her business. The next minute, an anonymous account with 0 followers and a profile picture of a cartoon character decided to wake up and choose chaos. The post was cryptic, shady, and just detailed enough to make people curious but vague enough to let imaginations run wild. And you know how the internet is, give them a crumb, and they'll bake a whole conspiracy cake. Within hours, Instagram was on fire, TikTok was dissecting every frame of her old videos, X, was trending her name with think pieces, and WhatsApp groups were sharing voice notes longer than Netflix documentaries. People who had never met Sonia suddenly had opinions about her character, her work ethic, and her entire existence. It was madness, absolute madness. Bloggers, of course, smelled blood in the water and dove in headfirst. They took the anonymous post, added their own spice, sprinkled some unverified tea, and served it hot to millions of hungry followers. Headlines screamed things like, Sonia Uche exposed, and, the truth about Nollywood's sweetheart will shock you. Meanwhile, Sonia herself was nowhere to be found. No Instagram story. No angry tweet. No tearful video. Nothing. She went ghost mode so fast, people started wondering if she had blocked the entire internet. But her silence only made things worse because, in the court of public opinion, silence equals guilt. Fans were panicking, haters were celebrating, and everyone in between was tagging every single person who had ever worked with her, demanding answers. Uche Nancy, Maurice Sam, Brian Okpora, China Nibi, Daniel, producers, directors, everyone got dragged into the mess whether they liked it or not. The comment sections became war zones. Team Sonia was out here defending her with paragraphs longer than university theses, while Team Chaos was dropping insults and laughing emojis like they were getting paid per comment. Some people were genuinely confused, asking questions like, wait, what exactly did she do? Others didn't care about facts, they just wanted drama. A few were playing detective, scrolling through her old posts, analyzing her captions, comparing dates, and creating timelines that would make the FBI jealous. It was wild. Meanwhile, Crew members who had actually worked with Sonia started speaking up quietly, dropping comments like, "This is not the Sonia I know." They described her as gentle, hardworking, respectful, and drama-free. She comes to set, does her job, and leaves. No gossip, no trouble, no shakara, one crew member said. But those testimonies got buried under the noise because the internet loves drama more than it loves truth. Then, Sonia's sister, Chinainibi, posted something subtle but powerful. No direct mention of the drama, no long explanation, just a simple message: "We know who you are and we love you. Nothing can break what God built." And that was it. Short, sweet, and loaded with meaning. Fans took it as confirmation that the family was unbothered and united. The post got thousands of likes and comments, with people saying things like, "Family always knows the truth," and "This is how you stand by your own." But even that wasn't enough to stop the chaos. The internet had already decided that this was the juiciest story of the week, and they were going to milk it for everything it was worth. Then came the cryptic post from other Nollywood stars. Brian Okpara dropped a quote, "Good hearts will always shine." Maurice Sam followed with, "Not all storms destroy. Some reveal truth." Daniel posted, "Silence is dignity. Loud lies eventually collapse." And just like that, the plot thickened. Fans started analyzing every word, every emoji, every timing. Wait, is Brian defending her or shading someone else? Is Maurice talking about Sonia or something else entirely? Why is Daniel suddenly so philosophical? The theories were endless. Some people thought these posts were subtle support for Sonia. Others thought they were just general motivational quotes that had nothing to do with the drama. And a few conspiracy theorists were convinced that the posts were actually shade aimed at someone else entirely. It was a mess, but it kept people talking, and that's all the algorithm cared about. But then, the game changed. Completely. Suddenly. Dramatically. And nobody saw it coming. Kaneo, yes, the Kaneo stepped into the conversation. Not with a vague quote. Not with a cryptic emoji. But with a full, direct, no-nonsense statement defending Sonia Uche. When Kaneo speaks, Nollywood listens. When Kaneo defends you, the narrative shifts immediately. And that's exactly what happened. His statement was calm, firm, and packed with the kind of authority that only a legend can carry. He didn't attack anyone. He didn't insult the bloggers. He simply said, "Leave Sonia alone. She is a good person, and this nonsense needs to stop." And just like that, the internet collectively exhaled. Bloggers started deleting posts. Critics started backtracking. Apologies started rolling in. The same people who were dragging Sonia hours earlier were now saying things like, "We never doubted her, and we were just asking questions." The audacity. The absolute audacity. Sonia's response to all of this? Still nothing. Well, almost nothing. She posted a picture, just one picture. No caption. No explanation. No receipts. Just her, looking calm, beautiful, and completely unbothered. And that post went more viral than the allegations themselves. The comment section exploded with love, support, prayers, and apologies. People were writing entire essays under that picture, saying things like, "You don't owe anyone an explanation, Queen," and "Your silence spoke louder than their noise." Even her mother, Uche Nancy, joined in by liking the post and dropping a flexed biceps emoji. That one emoji said everything. It said, "We are strong. We are unbothered. We are good." And fans loved it. The picture became a statement without words, a victory without a battle, a shutdown without a single clapback. An insider later revealed something that made the whole story even more beautiful. Apparently, before Kaneo made his public statement, he had reached out to Sonia privately. He told her, "You don't have to explain yourself to everyone. The truth will defend itself." And that advice clearly landed because Sonia never cracked. She never panicked. She never rushed to defend herself. She trusted the process, trusted her character, and trusted that the truth would eventually speak louder than the lies. And she was right. Coneo's intervention wasn't just about defending Sonia, it was about reminding everyone that in Nollywood, there are still elders who stand for integrity, respect, and truth. His voice carried weight because he doesn't get involved in every drama. He doesn't take sides lightly. So when he speaks, people listen. And when he said, "Leave Sonia alone," the drama collapsed faster than a badly built movie set. What made Coneo's defense even more powerful was the timing. He didn't wait for the drama to die down naturally. He didn't wait for Sonia to clear her name herself. He stepped in when the noise was loudest, when the attacks were harshest, when she needed it most. That's the kind of support that changes everything. And the respect he commanded was evident in how quickly the tide turned. Actors and actresses who had been suspiciously quiet suddenly started showing solidarity. The same people who usually compete for attention, who shade each other subtly, who thrive on drama, they all went silent. Because nobody wanted to be on the wrong side of Coneo's statement. Nobody wanted to look like they were against Sonia when a legend had publicly vouched for her. The shift was instant and undeniable. Crew members who had worked with Sonia for years finally felt safe enough to speak louder. They shared stories about how she's always been kind, professional, and respectful. A makeup artist said, "Sonia doesn't flirt with producers for roles. She doesn't form queen on set. She doesn't belong to any clique. She just comes, does her job, and goes home." And some people hate her for that. Another insider revealed that Sonia has always attracted envy because she's beautiful, talented, humble, and peaceful all at once. "Some people can't stand when someone is winning without playing dirty," they said. And that made so much sense. Because the allegations never had real evidence. They were vague, baseless, and designed to damage, not to inform. It was a calculated attack meant to trend off her rising popularity, and it almost worked. Almost. But here's where the story gets even juicier. According to multiple insiders, the people behind the allegations didn't expect Coneo to enter the conversation. They thought Sonia would either stay silent and suffer or respond emotionally and give them more content. They didn't account for a Nollywood elder stepping in with the kind of authority that shuts down nonsense instantly. And when Coneo said, "Leave Sonia alone," the plan collapsed. The anonymous accounts went quiet. The bloggers pivoted to other stories. The haters found new targets. And just like that, the storm passed. It was almost comedic how fast it ended once Coneo spoke. Like someone hit the mute button on the entire drama. One statement, and the internet remembered how to act right. Fans didn't let the moment pass without making noise, though. Hashtag started trending immediately. Hashtag We Stand With Sonia was everywhere. Hashtag Uche the Real Queen flooded timelines. Hashtag Respect Nollywood Women became a movement. Hashtag Coneo for Truth celebrated the legend who stood up when it mattered. The comment sections under Sonia's post turned into love festivals. Brian Okpora started liking supportive comments, over 10 of them. Maurice Sam dropped a prayer emoji under a fan post. Daniel posted a subtle smile on his story. China Nibi shared a video of her and Sonia hugging, no caption needed. The entire industry rallied, and it was beautiful to watch. Because it wasn't just about defending Sonia anymore. It was about sending a message: we protect our own. We don't let baseless allegations destroy good people. We stand for truth, character, and integrity. The whole incident became a masterclass in how to handle internet drama. Sonia didn't panic. She didn't respond emotionally. She didn't give her attackers the satisfaction of seeing her crumble. She stayed calm, stayed silent, and let her character speak for itself. And when the right person stepped in at the right time, the truth defended her better than any statement ever could. It was a reminder that not every accusation deserves a response. Not every lie needs to be corrected immediately. Sometimes, silence is the most powerful weapon. Sometimes, dignity speaks louder than words. And sometimes, all you need is one respected voice to tip the scales back in your favor. What also became clear was that Sonia Uche is not just talented, she's deeply loved. By her family, her colleagues, her crew, her fans, and her industry elders. The fact that so many people came out to defend her, directly and indirectly, says everything about the kind of person she is. You don't get that kind of support by accident. You earn it by being consistent, genuine, and kind. And Sonia has clearly been doing that for years. The people who work with her behind the scenes, the people who see her when the cameras are off, the people who know her beyond the Instagram posts, they all vouch for her. And that's worth more than any viral post or trending hashtag. The drama also exposed something darker about the entertainment industry and social media culture. The fact that an anonymous account with no credibility can spark that much chaos is terrifying. The fact that bloggers can twist a story without verifying it and still get millions of views is disturbing. The fact that people are so quick to believe the worst about someone without evidence is heartbreaking. But the good news is that this incident also showed that truth still wins. Character still matters. Integrity still stands. And when the right people speak up, the noise dies down. It might take time, but eventually, the lies collapse under their own weight. Sonia's mother, Uche Nancy, played her role perfectly too. She didn't post long paragraphs or go live to address the drama. She just liked her daughter's post and dropped a flex emoji. That simple action said, "We're not shaken. We're not worried. We know who she is, and we're proud." And that quiet confidence resonated with fans because it showed that the family was united and unbothered. They didn't need to fight the internet. They didn't need to defend every accusation. They just needed to stand firm and let the truth do its job. And it did. Looking back at the whole saga, it's almost funny how quickly it escalated and how quickly it ended. 1 minute, Sonia was the villain in a story nobody could verify. The next minute, she was a queen being celebrated by thousands. 1 minute, bloggers were dragging her name through the mud. The next minute, they were deleting posts and pretending it never happened. The internet is wild like that. But what remained constant was Sonia's character. She didn't change. She didn't break. She didn't stoop to the level of her attackers. She stayed true to herself, and in the end, that's what saved her. The incident also proved that Nollywood, despite all its drama and politics, still has people who stand for what's right. Kaneo could have stayed quiet. He didn't have to get involved. But he did, and that made all the difference. His intervention reminded everyone that there are still elders in the industry who care about protecting the next generation. There are still voices that carry weight, authority, and respect. And when those voices speak, they can change the entire narrative. That's the power of legacy. That's the power of character. That's the power of standing for truth even when it's not popular. So, what's the lesson here? Simple. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. Don't jump to conclusions without evidence. Don't participate in tearing people down just because everyone else is doing it. And if you're ever in a situation like Sonia's, remember this: your character will defend you better than any statement ever could. Stay calm. Stay true. Stay silent if you have to. And trust that the right people will speak up at the right time. Because truth doesn't need a megaphone. It just needs patience. Now it's your turn. What do you think about the whole Sonia Uche drama? Was the internet too quick to judge? Was Kaneo's intervention the turning point? And more importantly, do you think Sonia handled it the right way by staying silent? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear everything. And if this story taught you something or reminded you why character matters, hit that like button, share this video with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe because we're just getting started. Let's keep the conversation going. See you in the next video. Peace out.